Hi everyone, I'm Jessica.
And I'm Lisa.
From the Balanced Real Estate team in Prescott, Arizona. We love to help people navigate the home buying and home selling process. But let's face it, sometimes when you start packing to move, you find you have so much unwanted stuff and you're thinking to yourself, I do not want to take all this stuff to my new house. Today, we're going to talk about garage sales. A garage sale can be a great way to declutter your home, get rid of things you no longer want and or need, and even to put a little extra cash in your pocket. Whether you're getting ready to move or just need to declutter, these 10 tips are a great way to set yourself up for success when having a garage sale. So let's get started.
Tip number 1, know the rules. You'll need to make sure that you're allowed to have a garage sale or yard sale at your house. Maybe you live in a condo or townhome association and there isn't easy access or space to hold your sale. Reading the bylaws, CC&Rs, and other governing documents for your neighborhood will tell you if garage sales are allowed or not. If it's not clear in your documents, call the homeowners association directly for information about garage sales. It may be that you're required to get a permit to host your garage sale. Make sure that you understand and know the rules in advance so that you can plan accordingly. If you can't hold a garage sale at your house, consider asking a friend or family member if you can host your sale in their yard. And you can even offer to sell some of their items for them if you'd like.
Tip number 2, schedule your garage sale wisely. You'll want to schedule your garage sale at a time when people in your community will be around. This tip will require a little research on your part. Check online and see what's already scheduled for the weekend you're considering. Maybe there's some big events happening in town. Will the other events help to bring people into your area or take them away? For example, you may want to avoid major holidays if people tend to leave your area. You also want to take the weather into consideration. For example, in Prescott, July and August may be in the upper 80s, but if you have a covered area or you're actually going to use your garage to display your items, it may not matter. April, May, June, October, and November are great months to hold a garage sale. You also want to avoid rain. Prescott's monsoon season starts in about July, but it usually only lasts for a couple hours in the afternoon. So it may be a good time to get your garage sale over with in the early afternoon hours.
Tip number 3, consider combining neighbors or families. My neighborhood had a garage sale and there was a great turnout. We had a wider selection of items to offer, and it also meant that we had more people to work at the sale. Combining can add a little bit of complication when it comes to setup and accepting payments. So just make sure that you're talking through those elements in advance. Will everyone bring and set up their own tables? Will you use color-coded stickers to know which items belong to who? Will each neighbor be responsible for taking their own payment? And if not, how will you keep track of how much money each neighbor makes? Tip number 4, spread the word. Now that you've determined the rules and picked the perfect weekend to host your sale, you need to spread the word. We strongly encourage you to share an invitation to your garage sale online. You can create a really great garage sale sign using a program like Canva and sharing it on social media. Be sure to include your invitation in local buy and sell groups as well. You may also want to post on sites like Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. We encourage you to share the details of some of the most intriguing items you have for sale. For example, if you have a piece of exercise equipment or luggage or some nice furniture, we encourage you to include the details in your post. Don't forget to include the date, the start time, and the location. You can also make a flyer that you can give to your neighbors. It's a good idea to invite all the neighbors and apologize in advance for any added traffic in the neighborhood. You want to advertise your garage sale a few days in advance to give people enough time for planning their visit, but not enough time for them to forget.
Tip number 5, get organized. There is a lot of work that goes into planning a successful garage sale. If you haven't already, do the following. Go through your entire house and compile everything you're hoping to sell. Move all of the items for sale into an area of the house. Price everything in advance using colorful stickers. Prices should be clearly visible, and you should also have an idea of how firm you are on each price. People like to negotiate, and you need to know your bottom line. Ensure you have the right supplies. This includes tables, chairs, and cash boxes, or aprons, pens, markers, shopping bags, and so on. Come up with a plan of how you're going to display things and assign a clear job to each person working on the sale. Tip number 6, make good signage. It's really important that you know and follow any rules around signage in your area. If you're not allowed to have signs, you're going to have to really push the online advertising for yourself. If you are able to use signs, you're going to want to use directional signs to help people get to your home. Start the main roads and work your way back to your house. Keep the signs simple. Remember, people are driving and they're not going to be able to read the small print you wrote on the little sign. We recommend writing garage sale in giant letters and then use an arrow to point in the direction. You also want to have great signage at your house. Make a banner that you can hang on a fence or have somewhere so it's very obvious you're having a garage sale. Make sure your signage doesn't blow away. Figure out a way to keep all your signs from becoming your neighborhood litter. And also, please pick up your signs at the end of each day. Again, you don't want them to be litter in your neighborhood.
Tip number 7, have a cash flow. Unless this is a really fancy garage sale that accepts debit and credit card payments, you're going to have to use good old-fashioned cash. Make sure that you go to the bank and get lots of change and small bills. Chances are that your first company will show up with a $20 bill to buy a 75-cent item. Just know how much cash you started with so that you know how much money you made at the end of each day. Be sure to take large bills inside regularly. Tip number 8, take time to set up. If your garage sale is set to start at noon, don't think that you can just open up at 11:45 and you'll be ready. Do as much prep work as you can the night before and put a couple hours in before the sale starts. You want to create an aesthetically pleasing display for the items you want to sell. Think of this like your favorite boutique store where everything is organized. You also want to make sure that all prices are visible. We recommend that you set the tables up in a U shape so that there's a clear flow rather than just having tables scattered all around the yard. You also want to set up items that aren't clear or require explanation. For example, you are more likely to sell a tent that is set up in the yard than just leaving it in its storage bag. People want to see that all the parts are there. Make sure you have shopping bags handy for people who buy several items.
Tip number 9, be safe and have fun. Inviting strangers up to your house to go through your stuff probably isn't up there with the safest things to do. That being said, there are so many things you can do to keep yourself safe. Always have more than one person working and remove big bills from the cash box on regular intervals. Have a cash box hidden and keep the key on you, and don't leave the cash box unattended. Keep your cell phone on you at all times, and if someone is making you uneasy or scared, consider going inside. Remember, you're not replaceable, but your stuff is. Remove any valuables from your garage that are not for sale. In addition to staying safe, have fun. Maybe even sell lemonade and snacks and have some music for people to enjoy. Tip number 10, plan for unsold items. Spoiler alert, not everything is going to sell. If at the end of your garage sale, all the tables aren't empty, come up with a plan for these leftover items so they don't just sit and clutter your space. We recommend packing everything up and dropping it off at a local donation center the very next day to get it out of your house. If you have some bigger ticket items left, you could sell those online in local buy and sell groups, or you could donate those as well. So there you have it. Do you think you'll be hosting your own garage sale anytime soon? Well, if you do, we hope it's successful. If you're thinking about moving to the Prescott area, we can help you get to know the place we call home. Just go to our website and click on Find Your Home. If you're thinking about selling, go to our website, PrescottRealEstateLiving.com, and get your home's approximate value by clicking on Sell Your Home near the middle of the page. We appreciate when you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel because it helps others find this information. We post videos every week to help you get familiar with everything Prescott has to offer. Check the description below for our contact information to request buyer and seller guides or relocation guides. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you again soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.